Right. Good afternoon. There's a bit of a delay on it, so hopefully you'll... I'm just waiting until Richie's sees it, just to make sure that it was all working properly. Brilliant, excellent. Hear me okay as well? I can hear myself now as well. It's not echoing, fortunately, hopefully. Right, good afternoon, and welcome back to Twisted Barrel's Lunchtime Live. Just bear with me 1 second, I'm just going to switch over to here so I can just see a few things, see how many people are watching. I'm hoping I can see questions when people ask them as well. Yeah, down there, good. Excellent. Right. Good afternoon, and welcome back. Hopefully... this will be the first of a continuing weekly series going forward of our lunchtime lives every Monday at 1 o'clock. It's been a long time. I'm not going to go into the details. I said that in the post earlier and in a newsletter that I sent out last week as well. So I'm going to go through a few things, a few updates for you, and a few pieces of news and items and things for this week. There's a bit to catch up on, obviously, but not huge amounts. I'm just hoping that I can carry on thinking of enough stuff every week. If anybody's got any ideas of things that you want us to do and talk about, then let us know. Drop us a message, post anything into the events. I'll create next week's event later today. In the meantime, I'm going to start off with crowdfund stuff because we, just a quick recap, crowdfund last year, we managed to obtain, I think you donated 36,000, something like that in total. 34,000, sorry, I'm over-egging it a little bit. 34,000, which is absolutely fantastic. Enabled us and Green Duck to buy into our canning machine. It also enabled us to do a few other things. We bought new labelling equipment. We bought a trailer and other equipment that we needed to be able to transport it to and fro between us and Green Duck. And it's been fantastic. Green Duck got to work straight away, and they had a few cans out relatively early on, either towards the end of last year or beginning of this year. And then we got hold of it in the new year, and we've had, I think it's 3 batches of beers gone through the canning line now. Sorry, I'm just moving my hair around. It's absolutely terrible. I'm sure I'm not the only one that's got... Yeah, it's been 7 weeks, 8 weeks. No, it's been longer than that, hasn't it? I can't even remember how many weeks it's been since I was last at having a haircut.
Check out my hair as well.
Richie's. Yeah, Richie's is pretty good. No, it wasn't too bad.
Got a bit of a wave going on.
Yeah, it's not too bad. Not as bad as my beard as well. It's just overgrown. Rob's going to do us a favour. We've got both of us are booked in first thing on April the 12th. Fingers crossed. That's what I'm more hopeful for on April the 12th, that we can get in and get our hair and everything done. Yeah, before the next Lunchtime Live on that week. Yeah, definitely. Sorry, going back. Crowdfund. So we've done 3 batches of brews on that. I've actually got the cans from them just above me here. I'll go through a few of them in a minute, so I won't spend too much time on them right now. A few have been asking questions about some of your rewards. All of the cans that anybody should have all been dispatched. So everybody had them, probably going back a couple of 3 weeks or so now. It was in February sometime that we finished shipping all of those out. So that includes the Brewer's Cut and the two-way collab, which was Better Together. Which annoying. Have we got any cans with labels on? We've sold out of them completely. They all went out to the car. I was ashamed because I really wanted to show that. All of the cans have gone out. All of the gift vouchers went out as well. They went out before Christmas. So certainly from our side, I can't speak for Green Duck, but certainly from our side, anybody that has a gift voucher, you can use it online on our web store to buy anything up here. Or if you want to hold on to it, there is a time limit on them, but effectively you can come into, when we do eventually open, you will be able to come into our tap house and use them there. Here we go, there's the label, thank you very much. So this was the fantastic label for Better Together, which was, as I say, the collab brew, the hazy pale collab brew that we brewed with the Green Duck. Artwork by Al Davison, who is a noted comic book artist. Anybody that's been down the tap house, we have a couple of pieces of work from him on our walls, from his work on Sandman graphic novels. So yeah, some fantastic artwork there. And coming on to the next one, which is t-shirts. We're using this design here on the t-shirts. There's been a couple of delays on these, unfortunately, so I apologise to everybody who's been waiting for t-shirts so far. We've had them delivered finally, so they're currently at Green Duck. We're hoping that they'll bring them over to us. We're going to deliver ones that we can here, but they're going to deliver to people that are closer to them over in Stourbridge. Just doesn't make sense us delivering all of them or then delivering all of them when there's people on our doorstep that we can deliver to. I was hoping I'd have them for you to be able to show off, but unfortunately, like I say, we didn't manage to get them here in time for today. But I should be able to hopefully have some for next week and should be able to show you them. It's a black and white version of this, so we've gone for instead of all the colour, we've taken the black outline, so it'll be a black and white version, a nice classic t-shirt design that will hopefully satisfy everybody that's pledged money for a t-shirt. So all best wills in the world, we should have them, like I say, with us this week, and either delivered this week or over the next couple of weeks, and everybody who bought a t-shirt should have them in their hands soon enough. The second thing I wanted to mention about crowdfund is related to brew days. A number of people, a smallish number, but I'll mention it anyway. A number of people, we offered a reward to have come in to us or go to Green Duck or come to both of us, and we'll do a collaboration brew with you both, with both the breweries, and you can come down and help us out. And well, by help us out, I mean do all the hard work for us while we sit up and put our feet up and just let you get on with it. So apologies to anybody that drinks the beer that comes out after that brew day. It's not our fault, it's the other guy's fault. Obviously, at the moment, that's really difficult under COVID rules, so we don't want to bring people in and introduce risk where it's not actually necessary. So we're more than likely not going to be able to fulfill those until the restrictions ease enough that we can have people into the brewery and doing work alongside our Richie or Al or any other brewers that help us with that assisting brewing and things. Aim is that we'll have more than one person at a time, so we'll schedule a few days and send you them all out, and then you can book onto all of those days, and we'll get you in, mashing out, mashing in, mashing out, weigh in, adding the hops, and watching the transfer go through and helping us with the actual brew day. Hopefully you'll find it all interesting. We'll slam on a keg or two as well, so you can enjoy a few drinks while you're here. It is going to be Monday to Friday. That's when we brew. We don't brew at the weekend, so hopefully by which point the restrictions are eased, our tap house is open then as well. And if anybody that's been here, it's not really ideal to be brewing alongside customers in the tap house as well. So yeah, stay tuned, bear with us. We know it's you're probably looking forward to coming in for the brew days. We'll get them sorted out and with you as soon as we possibly can, effectively. So yeah, just give us a little bit more time and wait for this COVID stuff to blow over, and we'll all be all right. Let me just jump. I'm just going to see if there's any questions actually. Excellent. A few messages, no questions, so that's good. Yeah, only one barber that's worth it. Don't worry, like I said, Rob, Dashing Blaze has got us booked in, so we're all sorted for the April the 12th, which is fantastic, I can tell you. Right, just going back. Let me just scroll up. I think I can see the... No, I don't know why that's not updating. Fine. Okie doke. Next one. Beer festivals. Yay! How long has it been since we all stood in a bar or went to a beer festival and stood shoulder to shoulder with our fellow drinkers and chatted over a third of some special interesting beer from our favourite breweries at a festival? Well, hopefully not for much longer. We won't have to wait for much longer. Last week, Beer Central in Birmingham announced their first lineup of their first tranche of breweries. So we were in that announcement last week. We'll be heading to the Mill at Birmingham on the 2nd and 3rd of July. What's that? So the first weekend, effectively. This is effectively holdover from last year. I think we did Beer Central the year before was the first year that Beer Central took place. So 2020 would have been the second year for Beer Central, but nothing happened last year, did it? So we're into year number two in 2021. stay tuned. If you're not already following, look for Beer Central on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and all those kind of things. We're going to be pushing a few of their announcements out as well and doing some shares and cross-posting and things like that to keep people interested and keep people aware of what's going on. Don't know what we're going to be taking yet, so don't ask us what beers we're going to have. July at the moment is a long way off. And yeah, who knows what's actually going to be happening when July comes along, but we'll be there. A couple of our staff will be there, probably either me or Richie or Jen as well, to hopefully have a chat with you as well at some point over the weekend. So yeah, look up Beer Central, check out ticket prices, and I think they've got. I don't think they've got any ticket sales just yet. I may be wrong. Usually these kind of places you'll get early bird tickets. As well, if you get in early enough. Sorry, I keep rubbing my hands together. It's really cold here. I've got a heater on, but it's not quite blasting out. Let me just turn the fan a bit. I'm going to see if that warms me up a little bit more. Slightly warmer. Sorry, running out of shot there. Okie doke. Next one. So yeah, canning machine. Like I said, we've got these are all available online at the moment. Starting from the end, we've got our vanilla mild. Beast and Midlands mild, 3.5%, and nice, flavourful, sweet, mild. Dark Knight Rises, which is our Belgian style double, at 6%. We've got We Are Prom Girls, which was a favourite when we did that last year. So we introduced that last summer when we were in lockdown and we started doing the bottle draft fills. So that flew out when we were doing those last summer. So we've got that available. It's also on draft fills at the moment as well. Lovely marshmallow porter. We've got Chasing Feathers, which is our current New England pale, 5%. Sine qua non. There's nothing to say about sine qua non. Everybody knows. Everybody that's joined in here at the moment will know what sine qua non is, so I won't go into detail. And then the two that literally have just dropped onto the web store right now. So these are available to order from our website, shop.trustedbarrelale.co.uk now. First up, we've got the return of Pixel Juice, a brand new version of that with Citra and Amarillo hops. Usually comes with a nice juicy peach flavour, and our little pixelated label on there. We've made a few changes you'll have noticed recently with labels. Just on the back, we've reduced the amount of white space on there because it seemed to play havoc with our labelling machine. So we've got Pixel Juice. I'm going to open them in a minute, so bear with me. And then brand new one is Shock Me, which is a one that Richie has wanted to do for quite a while. I think we had anticipated to do it last year at some point, but didn't get around to it because of stuff. So this is a sour orange IPA. Brewed with Amarillo Mandarina Bavaria. Mandarina Bavaria, everybody knows, is an heavily orange flavoured hop. It also has tons of orange zest in there, so brings out the nice bitter orange flavour rather than the juicy citrus orange flavour. It's not too acidic. It's a light soured. We've also used a new yeast which is called Philly Sour, which sours the beer as it ferments. Normally we use a process during the fermentation. We brew and then we add enzymes to reduce the pH level in the kettle. So it's typically what we call a kettle sour. This time around we've used this Philly Sour, which is why this is delayed. This was due to come out when we released the Cino and the Chasing Feathers and the We Are Prom Girls a couple of weeks ago, but it was just a really slowly attenuated yeast, so it took that little bit longer to get all of the that pH level and the fermentation down to the level that it should be. So I'm just going to get a glass or two. There we go. Right, let me just pour some of these out so you can see what these look like. While I'm doing that, I'm just going to flick over and see. Rich Lee, thank you. I knew we relied on you. We employed you for something. Beer Central tickets are on sale now. Rich confirms for me. That's Rich that works on our bar and does a lot of our sales. He's currently sat at home, probably feet up, chilling out, having a nice beer himself, I would imagine. Looking after Dooley. I'm going to start with Shock Me and open that one first. So like I say, sour orange IPA, Let me just check that you can see that before. So no, I can't see the video and see what people are saying at the same time. I'm using a new setup. I borrowed some equipment from Fargo that they received by a grant. So here we go. Look at that, lovely straw coloured. Oh, the orange aroma just flies straight out of that glass. You know, I have had one of these already. I've had a few of them at home and during different parts of the brew and the fermentation. So yeah, if you like orange, then you've got to get yourself some of these. It's immense the amount of orange that's coming through there, and it's that pithy orange aroma as well. It's not juicy orange at all, which I'm not a fan of orange. I don't drink a huge amount of orange juice. I don't have it regularly, and I'm not a fan of eating oranges or anything like that either. But this is fantastic. I love this kind of bitter orange flavour. Yeah, that's lightly, as anybody that's had any of our sours, this is even slightly subdued compared to things like Detroit sour and stuff like that. But it's got that pithiness, that, like I say, that bitter orange flavour comes through as well. Really coats your mouth beautifully. Hopefully when we do open, then it's lovely, nice summer days. This will go down perfectly, like Pixel Juice probably will do as well, but that will go down absolutely fantastically on a lovely, lovely warm day. I'm just going to put that aside over there. I'm going to quickly do Pixel Juice. So yeah, I've always enjoyed this artwork. The actual background was produced by like the artwork at the background was, I think it was produced, one of our home brew club members. Marcus actually created that for us, if I remember rightly. Well, I say created it for us, created it for one of his brews, and then we asked him nicely and he allowed us to use it.
What was that?
Marcus did the background, didn't he? He had it on one of his home brew ones.
What, copy ours?
Did he copy ours?
We did it first.
Oh, we did it first. Sometimes I wonder. Sorry, Marcus, I gave you the benefit there, but yeah, I think you helped me with something on it. I don't know whether it was making it bigger or something. I can't embiggened it for us to fit on the can better. Oh well, by the by. Here we go. So Pixel Juice, I know Luke, you've just said how this is one of your favourite ones. It is a fantastic juicy pale. Let's see if I can get all that in without spilling it. Ooh, look at that. Nice, lovely head. That head will stick around for ages as well. So yeah, this is a Citra. The one change this was the last version we did had Aldorillo. I've just made up a new hop. Combined Eldorado and Amarillo together, and we get a whole new thing. Yeah, Eldorado this previously had, but this one's got Amarillo, Citra and Amarillo. So I've probably messed it up by having such a big head. Yeah. Oh, a bit of dank West Coasty coming out of it. Yeah, lovely colour. I'm just going to go in. Oh, this one you can drink for days as well. It just goes on and on and on, doesn't it? So easy to drink. Again, lovely summer, spring summer beer. Oh, nice bit of back bitterness right at the end, just enough. That's my phone. It's yours. Yeah, both of these, like I say, both of them are available on the web store right now. Both £3.80 a can. Just a reminder, you order local deliveries are available if you've got a CV postcode. Anybody in the Coventry and Warwickshire area with a CV postcode, get local deliveries. We'll do them every week, either a Thursday or Friday, mostly on a Friday. We'll compile all the orders together and deliver them in one go. If you can't wait that long, or if you live further away, we do courier. You can we'll courier nationwide through either DHL or APC. So order up enough. Delivery costs start from about £6. If you order over £100, then delivery becomes free. Also, if you order a case of beer at one go, so 12 cans, that's you get 10% discount as well. So be sure to look both at them. Did you see his hand coming in just from the side? There you go. I need to just wet my whistle before I went on to the next bit. Let me just check and see if anybody's going to say it. Janet, it will go down well anytime. Yeah, absolutely. You're right. Luke, yeah, Ghost Town. We've got a couple of ideas that we're looking at with Ghost Town, actually. So we'll be doing another Ghost Town reasonably soon, or a variation on it. Yeah. For the old Pixel Juice label, this has always been the Pixel Juice label. We've never done a different Pixel Juice label, Luke. Sorry. It's always had this on it. You might be thinking of another beer. That's the only thing I can assume. Okay, next one. Cans then. So I've done cans. So I've mentioned the online store. Like I said, both of these are available now. I've listed loads of discounts. One thing we've just introduced, literally last week, is a new newsletter discount. So anybody that subscribes to our newsletter, drop online to our website, shop.twistedbarrelale.co.uk, slide all the way down to the bottom of the page, and there's an email text box that you can put in your email address. Subscribe to our newsletters. We won't bombard you with loads of stuff. Usually once, a couple of times a month, we'll email. We don't generally do ad hoc sort of stuff. It'll be, there might be occasionally if we have a surprise release going down. We'll give you upfront information on all of our sales whenever we apply them. Any of the discounts that we get out and put onto our web store, you'll get immediately dropped into your inbox. But obviously, like I say, the big one, you subscribe to the newsletter, and all newsletter subscribers will get their first order, 10% off their first order. So that's got to be worthwhile doing it. And then you get loads of emails from me saying how great our beer is, and announcing all the updates and things like that. It's a bit of a blog as well, so you get to hear my musings, which is enough for anybody to subscribe, I'm sure. Talking of opening then, so obviously sorry, I'm just jumping into the comments a second. Chris, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm going to drink another beer for you. Just to rub it in. Nice. Yeah.
Thanks for your order just now.
Oh, but yeah. We've just got a notification to place an order. So, yay, Lunchtime Live works. Yes, opening plans. So obviously we all heard the announcement, was it a week ago, two? It feels like it was forever ago, but it probably was only about a week or so ago. We have an exit strategy, apparently, from COVID and reducing restrictions and things. What that actually means and what we're aiming for at the moment is, as everybody is starting to talk about, April the 12th, which is where pubs and bars can open and serve people outside only. Up to, I think it's 6 people can meet up outside from that point onwards. So tables outside of pubs, in pub beer gardens and things like that, with up to 6 people from different households. So we're aiming for that. There's a couple of flies in the ointment. The big one is April the 12th is depending on how infection rates and things go. So we're not making any... We're planning for it, but we're not going to make any kind of... We're going to be open. We're not doing any special things to kind of highlight it just yet. We're going to wait until we know a little bit more. We've had ourselves stung over the past year so many times whereby we've been told one thing and then it's been dropped and changed right at the last minute. So we're not going to do that again, and it's annoying for us, but I'm sure it's annoying for you guys as well. I mean, I do care about us opening the tap house, but I really just want to go and hang out with my friends in the pub as well. So it doesn't have to be ours; it can be any, literally any at the moment. So I'm going to assume that we'll know more as we get closer to the day. At which point we will announce something, and we'll let you all know what's going on. However, the second fly in the ointment, if I can use that phrase again, is Fargo started last year with some work here on site to introduce, to change some of the inside areas and some of the units. In our old unit, for example, they're knocking some walls down and making a big indoor space. There was a news story on Coventry Telegraph and Observer and a couple of other local papers about changes to the print manufacturer right next door to us, the other side of the corner. So they're going to be moving, and then there's going to be some other changes to some of the space around there. And they're introducing an indoor street food area where we'll have lots of little hutches with independent street food vendors, all selling and making fresh food and things, music, all those kind of stuff. So fantastic, nice place for people to come on a Friday or Saturday night or any time in the week and enjoy some fantastic street food, great tunes, great music and things like that, and have a great fun time. In addition to all of that, they're also helping us out and other people with introducing like a covered space right over the courtyard immediately outside of us. So as you would normally come into Fargo and you turn left and see us right down the bottom end next to the gym next door, that will all be covered over. There'll be tables at the bottom, tables and chairs for everybody to sit on, and a first floor. So lots of outdoor space, top and bottom. The outdoor space is ours, it's Fargo's, and they allow us to use it. So while they're doing that work, it's all underway at the moment. I can't show it to you because I can't move this camera at the moment. So I can see it outside, there's loads of barriers, there's a couple of containers, and they've all started doing the work in that courtyard area there. They're aiming to have the majority of the space open for the 12th of April. But that assumes everything goes to plan. So hoping that it all goes smoothly and they can open, they can make the space open, and we can get our doors open and at least serve you outside. When that day comes, we will, like I say, we will announce loud and clear what our plans are and things to be able to do that. So hopefully when you do come down, it will look fantastic out there and all the works will be finished. More than likely, there's probably still some works to be outstanding. If we can, we will open, and if it's safe, then we will open. And if there's no building work, even better. But like I say, the long-term plan is that it will be even better for everybody, effectively, to have more outdoor space, covered space, so you can actually use that space all year round, not have to worry about rain, not have to worry about it being cold and wet and all of those kind of things that, hey, we're in the UK, it's always cold and wet. So yeah, that's what we're looking like. In the meantime, if we can't open, there'll still be loads of other places on Fargo open, so please do come down. Please support all the other local independent retailers here on the site. I've already mentioned Dashing Blades, who's got me and Rich in as soon as possible on Monday morning on April the 12th, providing that nothing changed for them. We've also got, don't forget, Dirty Kitch, who you may remember were in our kitchen way back, but have their own place on site. They reopened after some renovations and some changes to the way they run their business with a massively increased menu, and they're doing deliveries now as of last weekend, so they're back open doing deliveries on, I think, definitely Deliveroo, might be Uber, might be Just Eat. Check it out, check their Facebook and see where you can get their stuff from. But yeah, please don't forget Print Manufactory, the gym next door, Nikki, Green Unicorn, we've got, I can't even remember all of them, Fantasia Designs, Taz, we've got Steve, and we've got Tony and Debs on Chock and Roll and Gourmet Food Kitchen. I'm sure I'm missing loads. I know I'm missing loads of people out. Angela, Ronnie, and other people. Millie's. Oh, has anybody had Millie's bent brownies? By the way, they're absolutely fantastic. She's been absolutely rocking the containers every weekend on site recently since she opened a short while ago. So yeah, loads of people. Please support everybody. Support us all. I've, as have everybody, had such a tough time of it over the past year, and now that we can all get out and hopefully enjoy all of our open spaces and enjoy all of our places that we've missed for the last year, please don't forget the little independents, and make sure to plough your money, if you're going to put it anywhere, into the independent economy, please, and keep us all going, because it will be great. Right, last couple of things. I'm just going to say now, if you want questions, start getting them in. I'll cover them off at the end, and answer any questions as you share them with us. So yeah, Luke, I'll save that for a minute, if that's okay. Brewery tours. Again, we've had a few questions on brewery tours recently. Obviously, same as the brew days, we aren't really able to do brewery tours either. We generally would have about 10 to 12 people on a brewery tour. And again, with restrictions, that's just not possible. Obviously, during lockdown, it's even more impossible. But even when we open on the April the 12th, it's going to be really difficult. If we are able to open, it's going to be really difficult to do it when we're only allowed 6 people at a table, and they've got to be from known households, and do you really want to mix with people that you don't know, etc., etc. So, yeah, our tours are on hiatus at the moment until a time when we can do them without restriction and give you all the benefit of a good and successful tour for you. So, in the meantime, and purely because I've been playing around with this brand new setup that I've got, we're going to look at doing some online tasting. Hopefully, between now and a couple of months' time, we'll be able to set up and get some online tasting sessions for you. Probably do it whereby you have to buy some beer, obviously, because what's the tasting if you don't actually have the beer? You don't want to just hear me talking about it. Hey, Chris, yeah? You don't want to hear me just rub it in your faces, because that's no fun for anybody. No, instead we're going to be doing it where we sell you a case of beer, send it out to you, and then everybody that's got it will be able to log on and watch me and Richie. We'll take you all through it, give you a bit of detail about how we came up with the name, how we came up with the beer, what the flavour was, and what we were aiming for, and whether or not we feel we achieved it, and give you a bit of an insight into us a little bit. It's your opportunity, I suppose, to ask us questions about us. I would say there's not like our personal private life, or you can ask, you just might not get the answer you want, but by all means, we'll be able to get those out to you and hopefully be able to at least do something, even if we can't do an entire brewery tour and things with you, which always incorporates a little bit of a tasting. At least we can do something whereby we can get you in and talk to you and have a little bit more face-to-face time, similar to this, really. That's what it's all about, isn't it? So, last bit, let me just check my list. I just wanted to say something. We had this came in just before Christmas, but obviously, since I wasn't available for the last few months, I wasn't able to share it with you. But this is always lovely to get things like this. It makes you, just when you need it the most, you get a little bit of a pick-me-up to remind you that it's more than just a job, and it's more than just running a business, and you actually make a difference to people. We had, didn't even know, obviously, why would they announce it to themselves, but we had some visitors. They came to Coventry last January. Doesn't actually say where they were from in the letter, but they decided that obviously they'd had such a great time in Coventry. I don't know whether or not they sent this to other people, or whether they just sent it to us. But we received a little thank you card from people. So this is from Angie and Hal. Like I say, it doesn't say in the letter where they are, but yeah, that was really lovely. They also said they obviously did a little bit of a. They took some pictures of their visit here. So the one on this side is obviously them when they came into the brewery. That's our entryway. And the other couple of pictures across different parts of Fargo. There we go, another shout out for Rob's Dashing Blades as well. You know, you can't get enough that guy. But yeah, that was really lovely. And like I say, it just makes such a difference. I'm not saying you all have to do it, obviously, but I just thought it was really lovely. And I just want to also say thank you. Thank you to you. Thank you to everybody listening, and thank you to everybody who might listen to this, watch this again, and come back to it later. Thank you to everybody that has supported us. It's almost a year. I think it was like the 23rd of March, wasn't it, the lockdown started last year. So we're a couple of weeks off, one whole year of the most tumultuous year in everybody's known and memorable life. We've had our ups and downs. We're really struggling still. It's not easy. We're going to limp to April the 12th or whenever we can open. And so we just have to hope that when we do, you continue supporting us, because it means the absolute world. And, you know, that just sums it up, that everything we do is kind of, yeah, we do it for us, we do it for our business, we do it for our livelihoods, and we do it for our family. But we couldn't do any of it without any of you. Sorry to get all serious on that. But yeah, that was it was a really good pick me up just before Christmas, just when we needed it the most, because the run up to Christmas wasn't as good as anything. When we had the drop of the lockdown number 2 in November, and then commentary going into the different tier levels and things like that, which scuppered every other plan that we ever put in place, which is, like I say, why we don't make plans. Or either we make plans, we just assume that we're not going to keep to them. So that's all of my main points. I'm not going to keep you any longer. Now's your chance if anybody's got any questions. I'll cover yours off first, Luke, while other people are potentially thinking about it. Will that courtyard be all for your use? How many tables you reckon you could get outside? No idea how many tables I could get outside. I wouldn't even take a guess because I really don't know what the space is going to be, how much space we're going to need, and how we're going to have to space tables. When we were open in the summer, we had different tables. We had about 8 tables and could seat about another 30 to 40 people out there. But who knows? I don't really know what the space is going to be. I've got the numbers. I know the numbers and I know what they are. But that translates to something completely different when you actually see it physically. So again, I'm not going to too much planning, but hopefully it's enough, is all I'll say. Will it be all for your use? No, not all for our use. There'll be certain times where we're the only people open, and therefore we can use as much of it as possible. But realistically, some of the time, it's a shared space. It's Fargo space. It's not ours. We're able to use it and make the best of it, but it's not all for our use. It's for everybody's use. And we can't kick people off tables just because they're not getting beer from us. It might be that we have a kind of fenced off area whereby it may be just for us, but who knows? Who knows what that ends up looking like? New style glasses coming out and t-shirt plans for the web shop? No, can't afford them, mate. Sorry. I'm sorry to be a downer, and I'd love to do more glasses and I'd love to do more t-shirts. We bought some in last year. We'd actually just placed the order before lockdown came in, and then couldn't cancel the order, so we had to put up with it. But we've had a cut on our income and our turnover by like 60+%. So like I say, when I said we're limping through, I mean we're limping through. We have all of our staff are obviously on furlough, flexible furlough, so we bring them in when we need them. And yeah, I know there's an argument that we could have more income if we have glasses and t-shirts, but they don't really actually sell that well for a brewery like us. Some of the big breweries that probably put a glass online and then they sell out in minutes, then yeah, fine. But it's a cost. It's a huge cost to us to get the kind of quantity of glasses down at a reasonable price. And the same with t-shirts. Do you know how difficult it is to keep t-shirts and to keep all the different sizes from extra small up to extra large, and the amount that you've got to have in for people. So yeah, all that call comes down to is buy more beer, give us more money, and then we can produce the t-shirts so you can spend more money with us again. But yeah, I'd love to be able to do it. I've got a few ideas. We've always had ideas for things that we want to do. And one of our staff members, Nick, has absolutely... he spends most of his time when he's working behind the bar when it's quiet, not cleaning, I might add, but designing T-shirts and designing things. So he's got some ideas, and there's loads of stuff that we could do with them. But yeah, unfortunately, small business like us, cash flow is a nightmare. Independents don't have it anywhere near as good as some of the other, even the relatively micro breweries. Some of your favourite breweries, Luke, I know, will have tons of glasses and t-shirts ready to go, but that isn't us, unfortunately. So, buy more beer. Doesn't look like there's any more questions, so I think I'm going to call it there. Keep an eye out for the new event for next week. I'll set up another one and get something scheduled in for next Monday, 1 o'clock again. I'll hopefully have some bits and pieces. I probably won't go as long as I've done this time. 40 minutes is probably pushing it, but I'll try to keep them about 30 minutes because I know you're probably on lunch break and things like that if you're working at home. But yeah, thank you so much for joining us again. Richie's gone back to work, finishing off his VAT return and sending more money to the government. In the meantime, have a great week. Anybody that's placed an order, look out for it later this week and enjoy, and let us know what you think about it. In fact, it would be really great, Chris and everybody else, if you have ordered any of the beers that are on this week or anything that you get through this week, give us a shout, let us know what you think. and post a comment next week and let us know. That'd be really good to hear from people and get some feedback and things as well. That'd be perfect. But in the meantime, like I say, thank you very much. Have a great afternoon, have a great week, and see you next week. Bye bye.